Hey guys, it's your boy Chris. We're in the backyard again today, and today we're doing a little twist on the Chinese influence in the Caribbean, and this is a 5-spice chicken. Now here's the thing, it may seem a little bit strange to you guys, but I assure you the seasoning and the way we're going to marinate this is going to be outstanding. And here is some chicken thighs ready to dance on the heat here. Hey, it smells wicked. The backyard is smelling good. I expect my neighbors to come calling pretty soon. Chris here at CaribbeanPot.com, guys. Thanks for joining me out here in the backyard on the grill as usual. Above, click subscribe. All the latest videos are going to be sent to you. Below is where you're going to leave me your questions, your comments, your concerns, anything you want to chat about. And don't forget to give the video the thumbs up. I want to show you guys something funny. I've got teenage daughters. See the pool I'm using? Well, they decided they're going to go out and buy themselves a pool. Support the video so I can afford a real pool for my kids, please. So here we go, guys. Chinese influence in the Caribbean, 5-spice chicken. Let's see if we can quickly run through the ingredients we'll be using today. Up front, a heaping tablespoon of Chinese 5-spice powder. Check your Asian grocery store, West Indian grocery store, Latino grocery store, and if all fails, check your favorite grocery store within the spice section or the ethnic section. You're sure to find it in there. 2 scallions, green onions, spring onions, whatever you call it. I've got 2 small ones here. I'll be chopping up that very finely. I have a lime here. I'm going to use the juice of half of this lime. Some Caribbean Sunshine Scotch bonnet pepper. We're going to use half of this pepper, but we won't be using any seeds or anything because we really want to get the flavor and not so much of that raw heat. Again, if you feel like leaving this out, you can leave this out, but it's going to give it a nice kick. If you don't have fresh Scotch bonnet pepper or habanero peppers, you can also use your favorite hot sauce in there, maybe about a teaspoon or so of your favorite hot sauce. 3 cloves of garlic, we've really got to crush those up. I've got here a tablespoon of dark soy sauce, a tablespoon of cider vinegar. Any sort of vinegar you have, you can use it. I'm just using cider vinegar because I love the little tang as well as a little flavor you get from it being cider vinegar. And 2 teaspoons of freshly grated ginger. Back here, the star of the show, the chicken. I've got here 4 pounds of chicken thighs. You will notice there is the skin still on it there. What I did, I trimmed off the excess skin, but I love the skin to form a sort of a cap or protective barrier when we're grilling it. It's going to keep it nice and moist under there, and it will allow those lovely chicken thighs not to dry up. Trim off as much fat as you can. Use some lime or lemon or vinegar to really rinse it good, to wash it. Rinse it in cool water and pat it sort of dry, and it's already here now. So these are the ingredients we'll be using. Guys, if I forgot anything, as usual, I will update you as we go along. So here we go. All we gotta do, and these have been washed. I've got these scallions here, and I'm just gonna give them a nice fine chop. With the Scotch bonnet pepper, I'm going to be using half of this. So I'm just going to give it a cut in half, and it gives me the opportunity to share some tips with you all. When using these Scotch bonnet or habanero peppers, as a matter of fact, any sort of hot pepper, you should be wearing gloves first of all, and secondly, once you're done using them, please use soap and water. Wash your hands a couple times, because you know what? The oils from this pepper here is very dangerous. It gets in contact with your skin or your eyes or anywhere else, you're asking for trouble. This area here surrounding the seeds, the sort of white membrane as well as the seeds, is where most of the heat is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim that out, and I'm going to discard this part here because I don't want that raw heat, that raw vibe from this Scotch bonnet pepper. I want the flavor, I want a little bit of heat, but not that raw vibe. So all I'm going to do is snip that off, and that's going to go into the garbage. Then all we're going to do is pretty much chop this up very finely. And again, try to wear gloves if you can. I've got my master's degree in handling these peppers here, so I'm pretty much comfortable with them. That said, if I was to touch my eyes right now, I'd be in problems. So a nice fine chop, and these two ingredients are ready to go into the sort of marinade we'll be making in a second. I want the garlic crushed nice and fine, almost to a smooth paste. So I'm using my trusty mortar and pestle here, and I'm just going to hit him a little pinch of salt. Now if you're wondering why we're not using, I didn't call for any salt in the recipes, because the sodium or the salt from that soy sauce is more than likely going to be enough. But again, it's totally going to be up to you. At the end, when you're done, when you're sitting eating, you can obviously add some more salt if you want. So I've got those 3 cloves of garlic in here, and all I'm going to do is crush that to a fine paste. And there we go. Look at a beautiful fine paste I've got in there. So we're pretty much set to marinate this chicken. I've got the chicken thighs in a Ziploc bag now. It's more convenient for marinating, and I'm going to show you a little trick on how to really infuse this chicken with the flavors that we've put together here. Now here's the thing, guys. I'm using chicken thighs. You can use drumsticks, you can use chicken wings, you can use chicken breasts, you can even use a whole chicken. It's totally up to you. This is what I have, and I love me some dark meat when I'm working with chicken on the grill. I find that chicken breast tends to dry up quite a bit. So here what we're going to do. We're going to add this to all those ingredients in here. So in goes that Chinese 5-spice powder, that soy sauce, the vinegar, that lovely grated ginger. Get in there, buddy. You're going to do all kind of good things in here for me. I've got me here that half of that lime. I'm just going to squeeze that juice in there. It's already smelling wonderful with that combination of that ginger and that 5-spice powder and the citrus of this lime. Beautiful. Finally, well, not finally, then we've got that crushed up garlic that we did here. Please try to use fresh garlic and not garlic powder. If garlic powder is all you have, well, so be it. But trust me, the fresh garlic adds a lovely flavor to this. A chopped up Scotch bonnet pepper and the scallions all going in there. Now remember, as a kid, your parents would tell you, your mom would say, don't play with your food. Guess what Chris is telling you to do? We're going to be playing with our food. But here's what I want to do. I want to try and squeeze out as much air as I can. We're going to get back to that in a second. I'm just going to seal this up. It's nice and sealed. And now we're going to really play with our food here. We want to massage all this wonderful pieces of chicken with all those flavors we created in here by adding all those ingredients. And there we go. It's nicely done. So what I'm going to do now, and this is how we're going to really infuse the flavor into this chicken. The other thing you can do, you can take a fork or a sharp knife and hit that chicken some stabs. And what's going to happen is the marinade here is going to really penetrate into the meat. But this is good as it is right here. So all I'm going to do now is squeeze out as much of the air as I possibly can from the Ziploc bag. So it's nice and compact and tight in there. This is ready to go in the refrigerator at least 2 hours. 5 hours, perfect. But at least 2 hours. I'm going to stick this in the refrigerator, and then we're going to take it out, let it come back to room temperature, and we're going to head out to the grill. The chicken is nicely marinated in the bag here now, so I took it out about 15 minutes before I came out to the grill out here, just for it to come up to room temperature. My grill is nice and hot now, and here's what I'm doing. I've got 1, 2, 3 burners on my grill. So what we're going to do is I'm going to keep this burner here on high and these two on low. Just going to turn those down. So I want to sort of slow cook this on a sort of a, well, it's not necessarily an indirect heat, because we're still having some of the heat coming off from here, but the main heat source will be away from it. And all we're going to do then is to place those pieces of marinated chicken onto the grill, and you'll notice I'm going to be putting them skin side up. Quite okay if some of that marinade is still on the chicken. I'm just going to go ahead, keep putting them skin side up because I want this to sort of baste with that skin and a little bit of fat from under the skin to sort of keep the chicken nice and moist. All my chicken pieces are on the grill now, and I just want to show you guys this sort of liquid that's left back from the basting. You can use that to brush onto the pieces of chicken as they grill. However, you want to stop maybe about 10 minutes or so before you're going to be done. This chicken's probably going to take anywhere from 22 minutes to about 27 minutes or so to cook. I'm going to keep flipping them, rotating them, because some grills have hot spots while others don't. Certain areas are going to be more hot than the other, right? But keep basting them for the first 10 minutes with the leftover marinade that we have here, and you're going to end up with some juicy, succulent pieces of 5-spice chicken here. After about, I'm guessing about 4 or 5 minutes, I flip the chicken over so the skin side is down now, and I'm just going to put the lid back on there and let that continue cooking. Remember, we want this to be nice and juicy inside, so we're not going to kill it with a ton of heat. Look, I'll show you guys a prime example of what I mean. Look at them. Wave, guys. There's Indy and Kiana, and that's their pool. To support the videos, we got to buy a pool. It's been about 24 minutes now. I've been rotating them. It's developed a nice color. I'm just going to give it about 2 or 3 more minutes. Now again, here's where you guys are going to personalize it. If you like your chicken dry to the bone, go ahead and cook it some more. This here is all about technique, and you guys should have your little technique down as far as grilling your chicken goes. So I'm going to give it a couple more minutes and it will be good to go. I've got some rice and peas waiting there. I'm going to slice up and fry some plantain. It's going to be a good dinner. Chicken is all done now, so I'm just going to remove it off the fire. Got my nice little platter here going on. Smells absolutely delicious. That 5-spice powder that we marinated these chicken pieces in did a wicked job. So here we go, guys. This is it here. Look how lovely they are. Final step here, if you want, you got some fresh lime juice. You can squeeze some lime juice on there. I've got me my little chopped parsley. Hey, looking pretty, I know. Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. Guys, thanks for joining me. As usual, I love having you guys over in my kitchen, my backyard. Hey, maybe we'll take the show on the road and do a bush cook one of these days. Got to find me a nice river or a lake or something to do something by the waterfront for you guys. Anyways, thanks for joining me in the kitchen. I hope to see you guys here again within the next couple days for a brand new recipe.